Right, let's get practicing in QuickBooks Online. Grab the link below in the description so that you can follow along. All right, here we are in the QBO Gym. And the QBO Gym is a place where we have numerous exercises that simulate real life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Every single month, we come out with new exercises for you to practice your skills, and we break it down for you into 4 different sections. Today, we're working in the January warm ups section. Here we have at the top an animated video to tell you what you're going to be doing for Craig this month. He is our fictitious business owner. Further down is an interactive quiz as it relates to the video up above. Below that are all of the exercises within this section. And then at the bottom, once you have finished all of the exercises, we have a few sample posts that you can use on LinkedIn to share with everybody what you have learned so far. So let's go ahead and dive into today's exercise where we're going to practice paying with a check workflow error. Now I have it pulled up over here. Go ahead and click on the link so that you can have it pulled up as well. Our scenario today is that Craig says he paid his PG&E utility bill with a check and recorded it in QBO, but it's still showing as unpaid. How did this happen and how do you fix it? So first thing we need to be is in the same session of the sample company that we used for the previous exercise. If you have not completed that one yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to that exercise, do that one, and then come back to this one. So I have over here the sample company. This is the last page that I left off of. After you have completed that exercise, this is what it should look for you as well. So we need to find the problem. So Craig says that the bill is still showing as unpaid, even though he wrote a check. To figure out what happened, you start by looking at the PG&E account. Immediately, you see a problem. Craig recorded a check, not a bill payment. Check transactions create an expense. So not only is the bill not paid, but now the books show an expense for the same amount, resulting in a duplicate. And that is what it will look like here. I know the screenshot's a little bit small, but when he did that, this is what it would look like. So now in order to do this exercise and fix it, we need to first recreate what Craig had done in the sample company here. So to get started, we're going to click on the plus new button and then click on check. So the new plus new button is up here. Click on that under vendors. Go ahead and click on check. In the payee field, we are going to select PG&E. So click into it. You can either start scrolling until you get to PG&E, or you can of course type it in the box so that it shows up for you. Now, as soon as you selected PG&E, you will see that this little register pops up on the right-hand side. And it's showing here an outstanding bill. You know, Craig would have seen this as well, but perhaps he just didn't know what to do with it and he just thought it was a helpful tip. So he didn't do anything with this, and so we're not going to do anything with it either. In the category field, we need to select utilities. So the categories field is right here. Click into it 2 times. You can start, you can either scroll or you can start typing in utilities for it to show up. And there it is. The amount for this is $86.44. So in the amount box, go ahead and type that. And now we simply just need to save and close this check transaction. Go ahead and click on the green Save and Close button, and now it's showing that it has been saved. But let's go ahead and take a look at PG&E and confirm that we have recreated the problem and done what Craig had done before. So from the left navigation bar, we need to hover over expenses and then select vendors. So here is expenses, hover over that and then select vendors. Let's scroll down until we find PG&E. Here it is. Go ahead and click anywhere on that line just so you can open it up. And here we will see their vendor account. You will see here that we have successfully recreated the problem, which is right here. That is that check that we just created for that $86.44. So now let's go ahead and fix it. First thing we need to do is delete the check that Craig entered incorrectly. So to do that on this row, we need to click on the down arrow and then select delete. So go ahead and click the down arrow, select delete. You're going to get this little pop-up asking if you're sure you want to do that. And yes, we do. Go ahead and click on the green yes button, and you will see that it has disappeared from this list. Now you will need to correctly enter the payment. So in the open bill row, click the down arrow and then mark it as paid. That is this one right here. It is open, so we want to click on the down arrow right there and then mark it as paid. And you will see the bill payment transaction up here. We need to make sure that it is changing the change the bank credit card amount or account field to be checking. So let's go ahead and do that. Click on that down arrow, select checking. And we, since this bill was paid with a check, we want to include the check number, which is right here. We want to change this to 72. We'll say that the check that he received or that he used to pay was check 72. So there it is right there. And now QBO is going to assume that you want to pay the full amount. And that's because when this box was checked, this box filled in with the open balance. Since that is the correct amount, that's exactly what we want to do. So go ahead and click on Save and Close. And now that you have done that, you will see that the bill has now successfully been paid and the outstanding balance is 0. So you can see right here that bill payment is matching up with that bill. It is showing as negative 86.44 because the bill was for 86.44. So everything looks good. And that is how you would fix paying with a check workflow. And if you have any questions or want to know more about QBO Gym, just go ahead and click on the link below in the description. Be sure to leave this session of the sample company open as you will need it for the next exercise in the warm-up section where we practice recording personal expenses paid for by the business. And I will see you in the next video.